What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue, and what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be making some falafel burgers. This falafel burger recipe is a joint venture between myself and another YouTube channel by the name of The Meat Stall. And Ricky over at The Meat Stall came up with an idea that we come up with a crazy burger. So this right here is mine. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to Ricky's channel in the iCard above and description below. Run by there and take a look at his channel and his burger recipe that he's coming up with as part of this. Now this recipe isn't going to be authentic or anything like that. If I wanted to make it authentic, I would use dried chickpeas or garbanzo beans, but we're going to be using the cans today. Rather than talk about it, let's take a look at these ingredients. Now these are the ingredients that we're going to need for the actual patty. So what we have is some garbanzo beans, and these are canned garbanzo beans. We have red onions that are minced finely, garlic that's been minced finely, cilantro and parsley minced finely, salt and pepper to taste, that's about 1.5 teaspoons each, lime juice, tahini, and we have some garbanzo flour. If you don't have garbanzo flour, any regular flour will work. As far as the tahini is just basically sesame seed paste. We're going to be using some cumin, and we have some cayenne pepper as well. So really all that I'm going to do is we're going to start mixing this stuff up. This is basically going to make our burger. Once we're done with our burger, we're going to get onto our sauce. First thing I'm going to do is we're just going to go ahead and get a rough mash on these garbanzo beans. And they don't need to be broken down too much. We will be kind of mashing them down a little bit more down the road. So that's good right there. We're going to go ahead and just add the rest of our ingredients for now. So our onion, our parsley, cilantro, red pepper or cayenne pepper, cumin, our garlic, lime juice, our salt and pepper, and I'm going to go ahead and mix this up now, and we're going to go ahead and add our garbanzo bean flour and our tahini down the road. Okay, so that is got everything incorporated into this. I'm going to go ahead and get some gloves on. Then we're going to go ahead and add our garbanzo bean flour and our tahini, and that's what's going to bind this burger together. Now that we have our gloves on, it's time to have some fun. So let's go ahead and add our tahini, our garbanzo flour. Now we're just going to mix. Now we're going to want this to thicken up almost kind of like a meatloaf or like a Salisbury steak. We're going to want to be able to form patties out of this. So this has got right where we want it. We can go ahead and form patties with it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and form whatever size patties you like. And I'm going to set them on a piece of wax paper we have over here. And once I'm done forming all these patties, they're going to go in the refrigerator for about an hour. Let's get on to the sauce. Recipe for this will be in the description below as well. First off, we're starting with some mayonnaise. I'm going to hit it with our minced garlic, our olive oil, our cumin and our cayenne pepper, and our lemon juice. Now let's just go ahead and stir this in. And I want to incorporate this before I add our tahini and our parsley. And you could use an immersion blender or a blender, something like that if you'd like. Okay, that's mixed in. Let's go ahead and add our tahini. Mix this in. Okay, so that's well incorporated. Let's go ahead and add our, now this is a mix of parsley and cilantro. I'm just gonna add a little bit at a time, or I'm not gonna add all of it. Let's just put it that way at once. So this right now is a little bit thicker than we want, so what I'm gonna do is I have a little bit of warm water here. We're just gonna thin it out a little bit. So there we go, that is about it. I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside. We're gonna go ahead and get our skillet heated up in about another 15-20 minutes and get cooking. Now that these have had a chance to chill out in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, we've got our sauce made. I've sliced up some onions, some cucumber, and some tomato for our toppings. Let's go ahead and cook up a couple of these. Now all we need to do is cook these until they're browned on both sides. And I'm using, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and cook 3 of these. I'm using grapeseed oil in this because it's a nice high temperature oil. So that's been about 2 minutes on that side. Let's go ahead and flip it. See that nice golden color we're looking at right there? That's kind of what you're going for. And another 2 minutes should be fine on this side as well. So that's another 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set these on a paper towel just to kind of drain off a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this down. And I might as well just go ahead and toast some of these buns. My oil is kind of over here, so I'm going to try to avoid that. And I'm just going to let those cook for about 30-40 seconds. Alright, so let's start building these burgers. Like I said, these are going to be very simple burgers. I'm just going to go with the patty on the bottom. I'm going to get some of this tahini sauce on the top bun. We're going pretty generous with that. Let's go ahead and set this aside. Let's go with some onions. Can't ever have enough onions. Actually, I could probably use more than that. A few of these cucumbers. Tomato. And that is a wrap. Let's taste. So that is it. That is my entry for the Crazy Burger Challenge by the Meat Stall. Listen, like I said, run over, check out the Meat Stall. Links in the iCard above, description below. Let's see what I think about this. As my man Jules from Pulp Fiction would say, that is a tasty burger. Seriously, this right here is good to go. Especially to be vegetarian, no meat. I'm all into this. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I do appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.